The world of 2050 was a blend of stark contrasts. Towering crystalline structures pierced the skies, while the once vibrant blues and greens of Earth faded into monotones. Lush forests of yesteryears were rare and existed mostly in virtual simulations. The sound of advanced technology whirred in the air, in contrast to a heavy silence from the loss of nature's chorus. The climate on Earth was significantly warmer and drier, and the global population just ticked over 10 billion people. Demand for food, water, and other natural resources had increased significantly, putting a strain on the planet's already fragile ecosystems. Bailey, a rising star in the field of environmental research, was using her brilliant mind to find solutions to the climate crisis. She had beautiful brown eyes and a head full of long, golden brown curls. Every day, she longed to experience the beauty of nature in the real world, after growing up in a world where nature was fading. Dreaming of a day when she could stroll through a lush forest, feel the sun on her skin without burning, and breathe in the fresh air, Bailey donned her virtual reality headset every morning. The sleek device, no larger than a pair of sunglasses, connected seamlessly with her neural pathways, allowing her to toggle between realities. With a mere thought, she could transport herself from her compact, functional apartment to a virtual Eden, complete with birds, gentle brooks, and trees that swayed to the whispers of a time long gone. In the virtual world, Bailey could be whoever she wanted to be. She could also meet people from all over the world and learn about their cultures. However, Bailey knew that no matter how immersive virtual worlds could be, they could never compare to the real experience. Life on planet Earth was more difficult in 2050, but AI robots, programmed with advanced deep learning algorithms, made things easier and became an integral part of daily life. They served as educators, caregivers, doctors, and even therapists. Lumi, Bailey's personal AI, had a holographic interface and often simulated human emotions. Good morning, Bailey. It's predicted to be 48 degrees by noon today. Perhaps you'd prefer to work virtually. Climate change made many parts of the world inhospitable. Regions that once thrived were now desolate due to a global temperature average increase above 2 degrees. This caused global food shortages and extreme, unpredictable weather events. The polar ice caps, once the sentinels of the Earth's equilibrium, had receded dramatically, causing sea levels to rise and submerge coastal regions. This mass displacement meant megacities became densely populated as humanity grappled with the tangible consequences of delayed action. As eco-skyscrapers stretched to touch the sky, public transport capsules, magnetically levitated and powered by renewable energy, glided silently between them. The once dominant era of fossil fuels was drawing to a close, with its outdated technologies finally being decommissioned. But even as the relics of that age were dismantled, its legacy remained. The planet had yet to reach its target of net zero greenhouse emissions set for this decade. The vast networks of renewable energy signaled a hopeful turn, but the inertia from decades of reliance on fossil fuels meant the transition had been slower than necessary. The skies, though clearer, still bore the burden of past decisions, radiating the sun's heat with an intensity that was impossible to ignore. The imprint of past mistakes was a tangible reminder, weighing heavily on the present. Bailey often delved into records from the early 21st century. She lamented, "The world changed so fast. If only we had listened. If only we had acted with urgency." Images from the 2020s still showed coral reefs teeming with life. Polar bears, although beginning to struggle, still able to navigate vast ice expanses and forests, alive with creatures now extinct or surviving, only in virtual zoos. In the evenings, Bailey joined community gatherings in one of the few remaining natural parks. Trees, naturally selected to withstand warm conditions, provided shade amongst the concrete jungles. Here, Elders shared tales of a time when nature's bounty was real, not just a digital recreation. Just 30 years ago, we could feel the wind's gentle kiss, the embrace of cool, clear waters, and the sound of a forest teeming with life, they explained. One significant evening, Bailey encountered an old woman at the crowded park, her eyes a deep reservoir of memories. "You know, child," she began, "when I was young, we were at a crossroads. We had the knowledge, the means, but lacked the collective will. We celebrated technological advancements, but were blind to the simple joys of a dew-kissed morning or the chorus of blackbirds at dusk." She continued, "We prioritized convenience over conservation, consumption over preservation. By the time we truly pivoted to renewables, the momentum of our past actions had already set things in motion." Bailey, with tears in her eyes, whispered, "I've seen those times virtually. The beauty, the harmony. I wish I..." The old woman smiled. "It's a lesson, dear," she said. "Even in this reality, there's hope. Rebuilding, regenerating, and remembering. Though the past cannot be changed, our actions today can reflect our love for the planet." As the warm night enveloped the city, the stars, visible through atmospheric purifiers, twinkled down. In their shimmer lay the dreams of a world finding its balance, of a humanity that, while late, was striving to rekindle its bond with nature. Amidst this backdrop, Bailey returned to her apartment, inspired by her earlier conversation that evening. Inside her residence was a haven of natural tranquility. Lush green walls, home to cascading ivies and aromatic herbs, harmonized with gentle LED lighting that mimicked the gentle ebb and flow of natural sunlight. The ambiance in her home reflected the broader metamorphosis happening in the city, a fusion of the old and the new, a blend of technology and nature. But Bailey wanted more than just an aesthetic change. With her AI assistant, Lumi, she envisioned creating pockets of genuine nature, spots where creatures could thrive again. Water could flow freely, and plants could flourish as they did in days of old. Lumi showcased a holographic display of their ambitious plan. There was a barren plot of land, a remnant from past neglect, currently covered in debris and desolation. Using AI-driven machines, Bailey aimed to clean up the area, removing non-biodegradable waste, detoxifying the soil, and rejuvenating it with essential nutrients. Then, with the help of biotechnological seeds, the machines would plant diverse flora native to the region. But the real marvel was the next phase. Bailey and Lumi had curated a list of animal species that once thrived in those regions. Using rapid incubation chambers, they planned to reintroduce these creatures back into their habitats. Birds that once filled the skies with their songs, insects that played crucial roles in pollination, and small mammals, which were keystones in the food web. Bailey leaned forward, her fingers dancing over the haptic interface, modifying parameters and adjusting conditions. Lumi, cross-reference these plans with today's meteorological patterns. I want these habitats to be resilient against extreme weather. Lumi chirped in affirmation. Understood, Bailey, incorporating latest climate data. The scope of their endeavor was vast, but its heart was simple: protect, recreate, and restore. Bailey knew that merely relying on machines wouldn't suffice. Local communities would be integrated into the projects, ensuring they had stakes in the habitat's sustainability. Educational centers would be established to teach younger generations the importance of conservation and symbiotic living. As dawn approached, Bailey's enthusiasm grew. Her project was a small part of a much larger effort, a beacon of hope in a world that had been ravaged by humanity's past disregard for nature. While the damage done would take generations to heal, Bailey felt an indomitable spirit rise within her. With technology, resilience, and a collective will, humanity was turning a new leaf, writing a chapter for 2050 and beyond, where they listened, understood, and acted in harmony with nature's rhythm. If you believe in creating a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future, then you can help by liking and sharing this video. Remember to be the change you want to see in the world. Small changes can make a world of difference. Subscribe to EcoPlanet Stories for more inspirational tales and to see our next video.